cranky infant? I know I have, many times. And one of the best methods to calming a cranky infant is to swaddle them. So today we'll be going over the steps to swaddling an infant. Most of us as adults will be around children and babies at some point in our lives. And if you already have a baby, you might be used to these. It's a swaddling sack that just zips up around the baby. Easy to use? Sure. But sometimes they can malfunction. The zipper gets stuck, the baby is screaming and you just want them to calm down. Or sometimes you simply don't have a swaddling sack on you. So it's always helpful to know how to use a regular blanket to swaddle an infant. The main steps to swaddling an infant are to get your blanket ready, to lay your baby down on the blanket, and perform 3 separate folds to secure your infant in the blanket. The first step would be to get your blanket correct. To do this, you lay the blanket down diagonal and fold the top corner down, just so the infant's shoulders will be barely covered by the blanket. I tried many angles, but this is what works best to show y'all. So you see how it's just folded over. It can take some time, but for the first step, it really is important. The second step to swaddling your infant is to place your baby in the blanket, where comes in our little baby doll, because my son is far too big to be swaddled anymore. Please do not swaddle your baby like this at home. Definitely not good for the baby. But you place the baby right here where its shoulders are just covered, and you tuck her little arms down so she can be snug. And yes, almost every baby will fuss at you for tucking their arms, but in the long run it helps a lot. Continuing on, you would take the left corner and tuck it over the baby's arm. See? And continue tucking it until you get it all the way up under the baby. And yes, you might have to roll the baby when they're very little. It won't hurt them as long as you aren't tossing the young'un every which way. Continuing on, you take the bottom corner here and pull it up over the baby's body. Snug, but not so tight that they have no room. And you tuck it just behind their shoulder. It doesn't matter if you don't have quite enough room to tuck it behind their shoulder, because the next fold is going to secure that fold anyways. Now, our last fold and last step would be to take the right corner here and fold it all the way over the baby. Make sure everything is neat enough and straight enough, and fold all the way back behind the baby. If you have a very wiggly baby, you might have to secure this with a safety pin, but you just reach up under the last fold here, so if anything gets pricked, it's your finger, not the baby. And there you have a swaddled baby. So today we went over the steps to swaddle a baby. The main steps of these are to adjust the blanket, lay the baby down on the blanket and perform 3 separate folds to secure the baby in the blanket. And now you know what to do if you are ever in the situation with a screaming baby that needs to be swaddled. Thank you.